Hey friends, Namal Henry here with another theological thought. God declared to Abraham that he would bless and multiply his seed as the stars in the sky and as the sand on the seashore. And that commandment, that declaration that he made to Abraham echoed all throughout Scripture, even to the point where the writer of the book of Hebrews declared that Abraham's seed was so immensely blessed and so immensely increased that it actually reached an innumerable capacity. How did this occur? Well, let's search the scriptures and find out exactly how this happened. First of all, whenever we have a conversation about the multiplicity of Abraham's seed, we usually go to Genesis chapter 35, verses 23 through 26 regarding the 12 tribes of Israel. While technically, that is a good place to start, seeing that when Joseph brought his family into Egypt, they were about 70 in capacity. But by the time they left Egypt, they were about approximately 2 million people. But my friends, even 2 million is a number that can be counted. So how did we move from 2 million to an innumerable amount of people? Well, first of all, it's important to remember that although Jacob was the producer of the 12 tribes of Israel, he indeed and in fact had a twin brother, Esau, who had 5 sons of his own. 1 Chronicles chapter 1, verse 35. The descendants of Esau are called Edomites in Scripture. They are also referred to as those from Mount Seir. These 5 nations of people also come directly from the loins of Abraham. It is also imperative that we remember that the 12 tribes of Israel were not the only nations that God declared that he would bless and multiply. But according to Genesis chapter 17 and verse 20, God also declared that he would bless and multiply the seed of Abraham's firstborn son, Ishmael, and he would also give him 12 sons as well. In Genesis chapter 25, verses 13 through 15, all 12 of these sons are listed by name. And according to historical record and genealogical studies, these 12 sons, these 12 nations make up the Arab nations that exist even with us today. I should also remind you, friends, that after Sarah died, in Genesis chapter 25 and verse number 2, Abraham married another woman named Keturah, sometimes pronounced Keturah, and she had 6 additional sons through the loins of Abraham. And also, according to genealogical study and historical record, these 6 sons are also Arab nations. What's interesting is that it doesn't even stop there. Because according to Galatians chapter 3 and verse 29, when we receive Christ into our life, when we receive Jesus the Messiah, or in Hebrew, Yeshua HaMashiach, we also become heirs of Abraham and a seed of Abraham. Not a biological seed, but an adopted seed through the Spirit. Friends, it is by these 2 fundamental factors, number 1, the multiplicity of Abraham's biological seed, and number 2, every person that has received Christ, generation after generation after generation, all over the world, is how we arrive at this innumerable capacity of Abraham's seed. God is a God of his word. He is a God of integrity. He declared to Abraham that he would make his name great, and through his loins, Abraham becomes the father of 3 of the most popular religions in the world. Abraham becomes the father of Islam through his son Ishmael. He becomes the father of Judaism through Isaac, and he becomes the father of Christianity through Christ. God is a God of his word. So let me pause for a moment and encourage you, because if you are a believer, then you are part of this great family with a great culture and a great heritage. If you ever wanted to be part of something great, then you are. You are part of the family of God. I hope you're excited, because I'm excited. Be encouraged, be strong, be confident, be vigilant. And remember, don't just watch and stare, but like and share this video. God bless you.